Good morning. We are slack packing today. If you can see from Charlotte's lack of backpack, we are slack packing south today, back into Daleville, back to the Super 8. We were really glad to stay there last night because there was a gigantic thunderstorm. Really nice not to be stuck in that. Oh, Charlotte found a lizard, but it ran away. But we are walking on the Ridge Parkway today, popping in and out of the parkway, and we will do that. It runs 100 miles back and forth along the AT here in Virginia. So we're at the Taylor Mountain View. We stopped at, we got dropped off at the Harvey Knob Overlook. And so we're gonna have a 16-mile hike back into Daleville for another shower and some laundry and another good night of rest tonight. But our shuttle driver this morning and her family hiked the Appalachian Trail in 2002 with her 2 children. It was really fun to talk to her about their experiences in 2002 and what her kids think about it now as they are adults and the good memories that they have. We hope it's the same for our girls. Our walk today along the Ridge Parkway is so beautiful. We're not that high, it's really shaded, but we are just walking among these azaleas. Matthew?
I think they're rhododendrons and azaleas.
Rhododendrons and azaleas. It is like a tunnel of pink and purple flowers. Really beautiful. Smells nice. They're beautiful to look at. Beautiful shade. So this is nice. This is nice hiking. Good morning. We are on the beautiful Ridge Parkway. The views are outstanding. Actually, we are walking in the clouds. No views at all. Here comes Matthew emerging from the fog. We are lucky. We did some slack packing the other day and started up here on the Blue Ridge in bright, muggy, hot sunshine, ended the day in a thunderstorm. But we were able to take in the views from the parkway that we don't have today. We are looking today to continue. There's something like 100 miles in Virginia that crisscrosses with the parkway. So we will get to see it again, but certainly no views today. We just got to the Bryant Ridge shelter. Look at that wall with windows in them. They said it's one of the biggest on the AT. Oh, there's a ring game, Amelia. So, of course, the first thing Rocket did was climb. They say it sleeps 20, but if it were really, really bad, people could crouch under this bottom if they got stuck in bad weather. This is beautiful. What an incredible shelter. And then there's a ledge, couple benches, a bench over here, picnic table. There's a privy. It's near a really quick moving creek for water. When we walked up, Amelia said, someone could live here. This is a really, really nice shelter. Well, it has been a wet and rainy afternoon. We are walking in a cloud again, so we have not been able to see any of the sights that we were told are up here, but I told the girls if they finished climbing Apple Orchard Mountain, we would see a cool rock, and this is what it is. It's called the Guillotine, and it is a boulder that has fallen and wedged right there between these 2 rocks, and you see red down there standing bravely under the guillotine. Amelia and Charlotte thought it was called Cool Rock, so they said, where's the cool rock? And I said, no, it's called the Guillotine. But we have climbed more than a mile today, over 5,000 miles. I always say miles, 5,000 feet of climbing today. We are a mile from the shelter. We are ready to be done. The girls were so strong and so good during this cloudy walking, during these very, very steep mountains. And we get to see the guillotine at the end of our day.
We want to show you the view at Thunder Ridge Outlook.
All right, here it is. Ooh. Amelia actually says she likes these foggy days because, why?
Because it looks like the end of the world.
The end of the world, and we're the only ones here. But certainly, once again, another day, no views. We are crossing the James River footbridge in the end of our day. We are going to catch a shuttle into Lexington, Virginia, where we have a package waiting for us. But this is as close as we will be to Lynchburg, Virginia, where very, very dear family friends of mine and my family's live. Unfortunately, they are currently in Europe with my parents on a cruise, and so we won't be able to see them. So that's bummer timing, but we'll have a little bit of time. We can finally see some things, but you can certainly see that the clouds are still in the mountain, and that's what we walked through most of the day. Very, very ready to be done with this day. Good morning. We are fresh off of another zero that we took yesterday due to weather in Lexington, Virginia. My sister shipped me a package there with some medication, some lighter blankets for us to use, and our thought was that we would be there last night, that we would hike for 2 more days and get in last night and then be there today and then hike out. But with reports of quite severe, dangerous hiking weather, we went in early. We took another zero. It was our second zero due to weather in just a week and a half, and that's really frustrating. It seems like the weather has not been very good. It's either super hot, unseasonably hot in the 90s, beat up our bodies, or dangerously rainy. The trails are slick, full of mud. Today we will pass 800 miles. I will tell you that for our family, 700 to 800 miles has probably been the most difficult. I think psychologically, spiritually, we've been pretty low these last 100 miles. These last 100 miles have taken us far longer than any of our other 100 miles, which we didn't think would be the case when we were in Virginia. But we've just really, really been struggling. So I'm excited to hit 800 miles, but also just really feeling like we're on the struggle bus. I heard that phrase the other day, but these last 100 miles have really been the struggle bus. I'm looking forward to passing that mark and hopefully better miles ahead. Well, we finally have some views. It's a beautiful sunny day today. We are at the Punch Bowl Mountain Overlook. The elevation is 2,136. We started this morning at 736, something like that. So it's been a day of a lot of climbing. As you'll see, Charlotte is using a trash can. It's always a great thing to find a trash can. We are hiking on to hit 800 miles within the next 3 miles. So we have gotten to 800 miles finally. This last 100 was brutal. This is the girls and Matthew with these heart rocks that we picked up earlier this week because yesterday was Matthew's birthday. So we all grabbed a heart rock and shared with him how much we love him and why we love him as his trail birthday present. And so we're going to put these down here at the 800 mark. Other people have put heart rocks down, and we're going to leave them here. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I'm not going to lie. 700 to 800 has been the hardest 100 miles so far. This is good to see, but also just kind of reminds me of how tough it's been. We've watched all of our friends past the 800 mark days and days ago, big smiling faces, and thought we were going to be at that point too. And the struggle bus, it's been real. I'd like to disembark from the struggle bus. The rains over the last few days have made all of these water crossings so much harder. Matthew climbed out to this island to see if there's anything on the other side. But we think this is our only option. And we think there's probably very little chance that we can cross, especially there, without wet boots. So we'll have to try to dry them at lunch. That's the spot where I don't know that there's a chance. Yeah, it's nice with long legs. We have seen raspberries and blackberries that are getting ready and blueberries that will be ripe in a month.
And huckleberries.
But today we found wild strawberries that are ready now. Our first foraging on the trail. They're really tiny, but they're very, very sweet and tasty. Another sighting of the horrible tree pirate on the summit of Coal Mountain. Good morning. Another day. Some more foraging for strawberries.
Daddy, we found it.
We are leaving the Priest Mountain shelter this morning. Both Red and Shepherd, Matthew and Charlotte, woke up with colds. Matthew in the middle of the night, Charlotte this morning, and are feeling pretty miserable. So we are going to, once again, call a break. We're going to get a shuttle. We're going to go get some Sudafed and let them rest. But the tradition at the pre-shelter is to write a confession in the logbook and offer it up saying, "Forgive me, Father, forgive me, Trail Father, for I have sinned." So the girls and I had fun at the end writing some trail confessions. We are just out of the Priest shelter, the little 0.1 mile trail that leads there. And you see this rock formation. Some people believe this is the priest and this is the trail priest that you are confessing to. Just one of the theories.
Well, what are you looking at here? We are stuck in a hotel for a few days. We've had some illness that we have to deal with, and so we are sanitizing our laundry. This has been soaking overnight in a laundry sanitizer. Do you see the color of this water? So gross. So we're going to wash these this morning and see if maybe they smell a little bit better when they come out. We'll see.
Well, hello again after one full week. Unfortunately, when Matthew wasn't feeling good when we were at the pre-shelter, we called a shuttle. We came into Waynesboro, and Matthew and Charlotte tested positive for COVID. One day later, Amelia and I did, and we have been here for a week. It's a huge bummer. We lost so many days of hiking and backpacking, and so we're pretty sad, but glad to have had such a nice place to heal and get better. Luckily, none of us got too sick. Really cold and flu symptoms. We had a couple days of feeling pretty rough. But my parents are coming tonight. We're so excited, and they are going to slack pack us for a week, which should help a lot because we've all had a lot of coughing and congestion. So we are anxiously awaiting them coming to see us. So we're just getting back from the walk that we took to get out to stretch our legs. The girls haven't even really been outside. And I came over to the business center here at the hotel because I am going to figure out how to print our permits for Shenandoah. We thought we would almost be done with Shenandoah National Park by now. Unfortunately, we won't be there for a few days, but excited to see a national park we haven't seen before.